Record. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about, I want to jump right in so that we stick to the 15 minutes as closely as possible, which is a feat with me, is we're going to talk about gua sha. So you do not need a gua sha stone or whatever the hell this thing is called. You don't need a flat scraper thingy if you don't want to. You can use the back side of your hand. It's not as good, I'm not going to lie. So if you can, get one of these. I would just go for Amazon. Can't talk. Amazon. And they usually come with the roller, the jade roller thing in a set on the cheap end, which is totally fine with me. I don't care. I'm not like a professional gua sha-er, so don't get sold on some big like $50 gua sha stone kit or whatever. Because old impulsive me, well, beginning of quarantine impulsive me would have bought the whole set and been like, screw it, I'm going to become great at gua sha. Just get a little hoodad, this one, to learn on, okay? So, we have somebody in the chat. Okay, I'll send you the link. Remind me, text me and ask me. I'll send you the one that I got on Amazon. I think it was like 12 bucks for the both of them. So I'm not adverse to a bargain find on that. But gua sha is basically, I love pulling from other forms of medicine, of healing or whatever, but a big thing in the Chinese medicine realm is to get rid of heat, stagnant heat in the body, as well as stagnant dampness. Now, you guys know what that means just about as much as I know what the hell that means, but it's a concept that sticks, right? And what you're thinking, when I think of that at least, is I can think of fluid, like fluid retention, puffiness, swelling, you know, just when you become inflamed, you know, your joints getting hot or getting, you know, just feeling puffy in general. That's at least what I interpret it to be. And I can get behind the concept of getting that the hell out of here, right? So that I always tie in with lymph massage and lymph draining. Now, lymph draining, we have lymph nodes all over our entire bodies, but the biggest bundles of them are right behind our neck here and all the way down into this area here. And then we also have them in our, well, again, we have them all over, but the big branches of them are in our armpits, behind our knees, in our groin area, sometimes in our flanks. So people can actually be having like swollen lymphs, congested lymphs, and have aches and pains all over their bodies, and also start seeing that puffiness all over your bodies. So what the hell are our lymph nodes? Lymph nodes, it's a very intricate system. We actually have, I forget the number amount, something like 3 times as many. I don't know, I think it was far more impressive than that. I will 100% check on that, but we have at least twice as many lymph nodes throughout our bodies than we do blood vessels. But our blood vessels have a pumping system, right? Gets our blood circulating. Our lymph nodes do not. And the job of our lymph nodes is to filter all of the different toxins and waste products that comes from our body functioning every day and filter it throughout all of the lymph nodes, kind of like a super intense Brita filter. You know, by the time it gets through all the different lymph nodes, it's supposed to be filtered out of the body. But again, the lymph system doesn't have a pump to it. So a lot of times, you know, just swelling, inflammation becomes a cycle. It makes it harder for the lymph to move the stuff out of your body, but having a harder time moving it out of your body is what's causing the lymph to back up. So something that really helps a lot with that is, and feels friggin' awesome, and you can see a very huge difference when you do it, is lymph massage using gua sha techniques. So that's what I'm going to show you today. I'm also going to go through some skincare stuff with y'all. And for shits and giggles, I'm going to tell you about my 2 favorite lip balms that are amazing, because my lips are like sandpaper all the time. Sjogren's is one of my issues that I have. So my lips, my eyes, I get extreme dry mouth, it affects my teeth, all that. So I'm very serious about my lip balms. Okay, so let's start. Let's start with the gua sha before I get sidetracked. So those of you who have asked me about my how my skin cleared up, I use this. Avera Glow is the name of the brand. Let me type it out in the link in the chat here. Avera Aglow. I always mess up the spelling because it is the weirdest name. Like, who came up with this? Avera Aglow is the name of the brand, I guess, and it's all natural oil washing. So I don't wash my face at all, ever. Now, when I used to wear makeup, which is something I'm really excited to talk to you guys about. When I used to wear makeup, I used to use a makeup wipe to get rid of all of the crud that was left, and then I would use these bad boys. So it's scary at first because you're like, well, maybe I have, my skin breaks out easy, or I have oily skin, or whatever. I don't want to attract that and put that out there, but maybe that's what you're saying. It's a concern of yours. I had a similar concern because my skin at that point was not having a good time. It was like, as you guys know, one of the last symptoms of mine to get better. And I was like, you know what? My skin just feels angry right now. So this just looked soothing. I know that sounds stupid, but the principle of using oil, you've seen me, I used sea buckthorn oil for a little bit before the last friggin' explosion had happened. So I already liked the idea of oil washing. You can do it in bed. You don't have to stand over a sink and get water all over your elbows and like have that weird wetness on your clothes after. And I hate washing my face. It's a pain in the ass. It's another thing I gotta do. So at least at the minimum, they have a ton of products. I just get these two for my regular maintenance. I bought a mask of theirs, which is really nice, but it's not imperative. You're gonna just get started with it. And I do not have a code for you. I literally just love this stuff. It's not like I gain anything from it. Okay, so this is what I do before my gua sha, before I do my gua sha stuff. But you take the clarifying hydration dew. I don't know, look for the only spray I think they have. And spray your fotch. It smells like rose water, kind of. It's really nice. And then you take this little oily thing here. What is this? Radiant Cleansing Nectar. You shake this up. I'm not wearing a bra, so no free shows here, but gravity. So, okay. So then you shake it up till it's all opaque. And then you can buy your cotton rounds with your stuff, which I don't know why. I love it. It's one less thing. And then you just like hold your finger over it, let it soak through, and do that a couple times so that there's a good amount on the pad. You can do this with a different oil. Sea buckthorn oil from Amazon is good. Just make sure it's the only ingredient. But I love this stuff because it like freaking transformed my skin. So, okay, got a good amount on here. And now you're gonna start I start in the area where I need to like clean the most for me, which is like my chin, jaw area. You can see, this is period skin, by the way. This is not terrible. It's like 1. I'll take it. I mean, holy shit, my skin. Used to be. I don't want to keep attracting it. I'm very glad my skin is extremely clear now. Because this is like the first time in my life. So what I'm doing is I'm just going a circular motion. Now I just showered, so you're not going to see like a stellar amount on here, but you're still going to see like even in the shower, I don't wash my face. I rinse it and then I come out and I make sure I do this because when you're in the shower, oh, I can't wait to show you the cotton round because it's still got more stuff off. Everyone's always afraid, oil cleansing. I'm not going to wash my skin enough, or, oh, in the shower, I should wash my skin. When you're in the shower, the heat opens up your pores. So for me, because I don't wash my face to strip away all of the stuff with soap, it's just opening your pores. You're going to want to clean that out so that stuff doesn't get trapped in there. And go all the way around. Okay, y'all ready? I just got out of the shower. Can you see? Oh man, I wish it was more impressive on camera because it doesn't translate. But can you see some schmutz still? Considering I just showered. I'm going to take a picture of this cotton round so you guys know I'm not crazy, but there is a big difference there. So my point being, the oil cleans the crap out of your skin and you don't feel like, that mask feeling from it. So there's a little bit of like an oil left. This absorbs, by the way. You don't walk around like greasy the whole day unless you want to like put a lot on for any reason and let it sit. I've done it if I've sunburned, like I've kind of caked that on there and just let it simmered. But generally whatever's left on there will just kind of soak in. But for now, I'm just using an alcohol swab on my gua sha. Those of you who are having trouble with your skin, I want you to remember anything that touches your skin, when you have sensitive skin, especially if it's cystic, anything that touches your skin that isn't meant to like clean it or treat it or whatever is making it harder for you to clear your skin. And for me, I used to pick. Like picking used to be my freaking thing. But if you're gonna pick at your skin, get a box of these like alcohol swabs. If you do and you start to bleed at all, make sure you take like the tiny tippy top of a corner of an alcohol swab and just dab it right on the top of the blemish, because the bacteria, and I know we've all heard this, I had heard it for years and I didn't friggin' listen, but truly it makes a massive difference. This one little period guy is just gonna stay one little period guy for another day maybe and then be gone. Where in the past I would have probably picked at it, I would have made my skin pissed off and it would have broken out more. Okay, so do not pick as hard as it is. Don't do it. I always disinfect my gua sha before every use. I use alcohol swab on my phone twice a day, pre-COVID too, just because phones are dirty as hell. And then you like touch your face more than you know. So it makes a big difference. Same with keyboards, you get the gist. Okay, so now that the oil's all soaked in my face by the time I shut the hell up, you don't need a lot. But you're gonna take your gua sha stone, you're gonna do a few basic movements, okay? The long side here, you're gonna start, I'm gonna do one side of my face so you can see. I'm gonna start with this side because it's less puffy then, so you can see the real dramatic difference. So you're gonna start on the side of your nose here, and if you can see, I'm putting the top of this, like, I don't know, a heart, if you wanna call it. To me, it looks like a pair of boobs. I'm gonna put the boob in the corner of my eye socket here, and that even just feels good on its own because it's a pressure point. So if you're especially someone who is dealing with looking at screens all day, this is really nice. And you just kind of like, you can't see it because I'm doing it, but it's kind of like very gentle. Just looks like I'm like, but it's very gentle. And you'll start to feel your sinus here open up. Feels good. Hopefully I don't snot. Okay. And you should feel a ridge right here. At least I did. It's crazy. And you just want to gently like scrape. I don't know what this, erase it? I don't know. I think I saw someone on a tutorial call it erasing. It's kind of cool. It feels so good. I'm going to fall asleep on screen. Now, if you have Botox or fillers, be careful because you will literally move that around with this. Okay, so don't do that. So if you're gonna go over an area that's got fillers, like my cheeks, you want to gently turn to the sides and gently just massage over it. You're not trying to like scrape the underneath. You're just trying to like kind of move any fluid that's pooling on the surface around. So once you get to your hairline, you're gonna wiggle it. This feels awesome too. There's usually so much pressure right in here for me. Okay, you go out to the side and wiggle. That releases the muscle, the tensions from all of the connecting muscles over here. Okay, so then you're gonna go down here, right by the laugh lines, the jowls, whatever you prefer. Hold it with this hand. Like don't pull, but like hold it in place because your skin's gonna want to tug. And gently move it out here. And when you get to the edge, give it a wiggle. If you have any breakouts or anything, don't gua sha over the breakouts, any active ones. Don't gua sha over. You will spread that bacteria around. Instead, you're going to want to focus on the other areas of the face and then doing the lymph draining, which I'm going to show you, and that'll help clear up your skin as well. I'm avoiding my little friend over here. Just follow the contours of your face. This is beginner. This is just going to help get the basics. You always want it over and up. So before over and up. Over and up. This area is so congested here. Okay, then you want to take, you can do it on your eyes. This is my fave. Okay. Try not to make eyes rolling in the back of my head faces, but this feels really freaking good. So you take the little center of the boob, you take the cleavage here. You're going to put that on your brow bone. Give it a wiggle to loosen it up. And pull it over. Right into the temple and wiggle. On top of the brow bone, you want to go flat. Kind of want to match the side of the stone to the contour of your face that you're working on. I think someone's shooting fireworks right next to me across the street. It's not even dark out. Anyway. Right underneath. Basically think of it as carving. All right, you know what? The turby towel tried to hold on for as long as it could. Okay, and then up here, because it's flat on my forehead, we're going to take this. Oh, hang on one second. I don't know what the hell's happening outside my window, and it sounds like something's like lighting on fire. Hold on. No, my husband's landscaping right outside the window at 8:15 at night. Okay, it's okay. It's a good time, right? Okay, so hopefully you heard me. This is where I was. So you're going to take this and scrape, I guess, here. Are you guys seeing this? Like the actual lift that's happening? I haven't even gone under here yet. So for the chin, this is fun, or the chin jaw area. You're going to take the cleave, put it right in the center here. Gentle, don't shove. I know you're like, get out of here, chin hang, but no, you're not. That's just going to make your skin stretch out more. Very gentle. If you face any resistance, because these are the lymphs that back up right under here typically. So if you face resistance, don't keep pulling, just make sure you go back to the center and try again. So all the way to behind the ear. And then basically you're thinking you're pushing the fluid back here. And then once it's back here, this is one of the big branches for your lymph nodes, right? And it empties out right behind your collarbone. So you can tell I'm really like puffy today because when I am inflamed, you can't see my collarbone a lot and I get inflamed right back here. So you can, and my neck gets like thicker. So a good way to help with that is to try and empty your lymphs into this basin here. So over here, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Hold it down for a sec. Wiggle, wiggle. And scrape right down into the collarbone area. And then you're gonna wiggle right behind the collarbone here because that's where it empties out. So Now, if you're doing this without a gua sha stone, you're just doing it with your hand. I do this like throughout the day. Make sure your hands are washed, disinfected. Otherwise, you're going to have issues. So you push under here. I almost like this form better because you can feel it more to see where there's any leftover fluid collecting under. And then move down into the collarbone area and give it a wiggle. Another great way to work the collarbone lymph node area is if you take your two fingers, you cross over like this onto behind your collarbone. And all you're going to do is you're going to pump like you're doing really subtle quotation marks with your hands. And the key is gentle, gentle. If you're too rough, because the lymph nodes just hang out basically at the surface. So if you're too rough, then you're just moving around the surface there and the fluid's not really going anywhere. You want to be able to push the fluid along, okay? So this is my favorite one for the neck because it feels so freaking good. Right here on the side. Now, with lymph, it's not like, oh, well, we worked it down towards that basin. Now you're going to be pushing it back up. No, you can't push it back up. Once you've pushed it to the next lymph node, like it just follows the pattern, the path. You know, don't worry about like putting it back up there or anything. So, but for relaxation and for neck toning, you want to go upwards. So gentle up. Do you guys see a difference? I wish I had better lighting. I have a big circle light, but it's a pain in the ass to set up. Can you guys see? Can you guys see a difference at all from one side to the next? This is the side I gua sha'd. This is the side I did not. I see a huge difference right here in the lift, tautness, the contour of my face here. Look at the collarbone difference. This will continue for probably another half hour to go down as well. And like I said, it is so relaxing. You can do this in bed and bam, you know, you've washed your face and you've had a super relaxing nighttime routine as well. And you've moved around your lymph fluid. That's a big deal. So that's my gua sha-ing. Now, lymph massage, do this throughout the day whenever you can remember, right? Remember, it's just, we're pushing from the center of the chin, underneath the jaw, over behind the ear, and then down this muscle area right behind that connects to your collarbone. And then fiddle with your collarbone. Pretty crazy. See how far out this side is? Ah, I love it. It's like a good party trick. Now, to continue your lymph massage downwards, my arms are really inflamed by the end of the day, believe it or not, because, and I'm sure a lot of you guys experience this too, I work a lot on my phone. So by having my arms folded up like this and upright like this, it's not allowing my whole body to just kind of drain the way it's supposed to. Again, lymph system does not have a pump. So fun story. I wanted to get one of those little trampolines, like what is it? The reformers, I think. Excuse me, weird hiccup. The reformers, I think they're called. And when lockdown started happening, tell me how these bastards hiked up the price. Like they knew it was like our one shot at doing anything, you know, like anything that they can do that's fun inside, hike that price up, you know. But I really want to get the little mini trampolines. And the reason is jumping helps with lymph drainage a lot because it helps get that pump going that we don't have. So that's something to look into. Another thing is to look at the joints throughout your body and try to, reformers use for Pilates. What the hell is it called? I don't know. Look up small trampoline for indoors. It's that one. But it has there's like an official exercise name. I always forget it. But it is not reformer. Thank you, because I have been saying that for a while. But look at your joints throughout your body and try to just kind of lightly pump and massage above and below them. Now, the armpit branch of your lymphs is awesome too, because that's when you work this part here, you can be like really puffy right here and think of it as like the bra fat area. Everyone's like, oh, I hate that little bubble there. A lot of times it's a swollen lymph and we're just not even realizing it. So what you do is put your arms up like a chicken. You're gonna do the chicken dance, right? And you're gonna put your thumbs right at the seam of where that is, of where your arms meet your torso, right? And you're going to push back and forward like this. This reminds me of, oh my God, wait, what was it? Does anyone remember 90s SNL with Sherry O'Terry, where she was like, Mary Catherine Gallagher or something like that, and she would like stick her hands in her armpits and she got nervous? Anyone a dork like me? That's what I feel like right now. But you'll feel like there's like a lump, not a lump, but it's just like a little bit, I don't know, puffy. You have a little bit of fluid retention and you can feel it like in your ankles and stuff. Your feet are just a little puffier. You'll feel that. Yes, Heidi, superstar. You'll feel that like right at the joint of your arm and your torso up here by your armpit. And you just want to massage that out. And you always want to try and bring lymph fluid to the center of the body, right? So if you're up here, you want to be pushing it down. If you're doing here, you're centralized really. So you're just trying to massage it out basically. But now if you're going to any of the joints below your armpit or like your wrist and stuff like that, you want to start trying to work up towards the center of your body. So from your ankles, behind your knees, as you're massaging out on the top and the bottom of your joint like that, you want to start pushing it upwards towards the center of your body. You can get as in-depth with this as you want. I'm not telling you guys you have to do this every day. I'm not saying you have to do this, multiple times a week. For me, the one I do every single day is under my chin down. I haven't done it today yet, but except for just now on this side. But I do this, and I do this to my face with the gua sha or my hands at least once a day. I oil wash when I wake up in the morning and before I go to bed. If I do pick at anything, which I don't anymore, I learned as hard as it is, I don't. But if you do, you take the little corner of the alcohol swab and just dab it on what you picked at so you can kill that bacteria. And then this is how you can help prevent scarring if you do pick. Good old ointment, like Neosporin or something like that. Take a little tiny dab on disinfected, cleaned hands and just dab it right on the area where you picked so that it can help the scarring heal better. Now, lip balms. I think I promised you my good lip balm review. I don't even know how to pronounce this thing. Lip Jow, I don't know. This is some French thing that we got at this like frou-frou farmers market that I went to. I'm sure you can find it online, but it is the best lip balm I've ever used in my life. Like, it is amazing. I'm pretty sure it's just shea butter and like zinc oxide. So it gives you some SPF too. But it is so good, so creamy. It like lasts forever. This is the other one that I really, really love. Like before I got into this, which is more small brand. Let's see, I'll write it down for you guys. Lip Jow. That one I really, really love if you can find it online. This one is a lot easier to find. You can just get on Amazon. It's Moroccan Magic, it's called. think it uses like argan oil. So I really like the rose one. That's this one, because it tastes like, if you've ever had, I don't know if anyone's even had this to feel nostalgic about it, but growing up, we always had the rose candies, like the rose jellies. They're Greek. It's like a Mediterranean, Middle Eastern kind of dessert. And this tastes exactly like that. It's really, really yummy. But again, this lasts forever. Your lips feel super soft, but they're not greasy. And you can like feel the difference it makes in your lips long after it's gone, which I hate when I put a lip balm on and it's like, yeah, they feel great when they're slathered, but in an hour, there's like nothing there, you know? This is fantastic. So those are my faves. Averaglow, I absolutely swear by. There's a Facebook community if you want to join it. I joined it before I bought it because it is pricey, but it made such an intense difference in my skin. I freaking love it. So I waited until like Black Friday. There was a deal because I had been in their Facebook group looking at all the testimonials, like the people talking. It's amazing. And then as soon as Black Friday deals hit, I was like, yes. And then I got my first kit, which is expensive. So don't go the kit route. All, in my opinion, what you need to start seeing benefits right away is just getting down the habit of using just these two morning and night. And that's the Clarifying Hydration Dew. I don't know if their other products have numbers on, oh, I don't think so. So 1 and 2, I guess that correlates. And the Radiant Cleansing Nectar. These two. And yeah. Okay, so I hope you guys take this, you know, use this. I cannot wait to hear from you how much you love it. I can't wait to go do the other side of my face because now I'm staring at it and I look like Quasimodo. If you need any help, I'm here for you. Love you guys. Enjoy your Sunday. Cannot wait to speak to you guys throughout the week and enjoy the rest of your night. Bye. Is this frozen? There we go.